Case file number 001. The Tonopah Ranch Incident. Silent Lights. Missing Time. 2012. The following case file was compiled by the Red Sky Collective. Certain details have been altered to protect identities. This investigation remains unresolved. This is case file number 001. On October 17, 2012, in a remote area outside Tonopah, Nevada, an incident was reported that would later be classified as unresolved. The location consisted of isolated ranch land, several miles from the nearest paved road, with limited cellular reception and no immediate neighbors. The primary witness, referred to here as Subject A, was a ranch caretaker in his early 40s. He had lived and worked on the property for several years and was described by colleagues and family members as practical, reserved, and openly skeptical of paranormal claims. He had no documented history of psychological instability or substance abuse. On the evening of the incident, Subject A completed routine maintenance shortly before nightfall. Weather conditions were stable, with clear skies and mild desert temperatures. At approximately 9:40 p.m., he reported a sudden and unnatural silence. Wind activity ceased. Insects and distant animal sounds were no longer audible. Several minutes later, a dull red glow appeared on the northwestern horizon. At first, Subject A assumed it was a distant aircraft warning light or a radio tower. However, the light did not blink, pulse, or shift position in a recognizable pattern. As the glow intensified, it appeared to stretch horizontally across the sky, forming what the witness later described as a thin red line. Within moments, the line separated into 3 distinct points of light, arranged in a triangular formation. No sound accompanied the movement. No visible propulsion was observed. Subject A reported an immediate physical reaction as the lights drew closer. He experienced nausea, pressure behind the eyes, and a metallic taste. When he attempted to return to his vehicle, the engine failed to start. At this point, the lights were positioned directly overhead. The temperature dropped rapidly. Despite mild conditions earlier that evening, his breath became visible. Subject A described a low-frequency vibration that was not heard but felt, resonating through his chest and limbs. His last clear memory is standing beside the vehicle, looking upward. Subject A regained consciousness inside the truck. The engine was running. The radio was silent. The dashboard clock displayed 1:26 a.m. More than 3 hours were unaccounted for. His clothing was covered in a fine dust, not consistent with the surrounding soil. The vehicle showed no external damage. However, the odometer indicated an additional 11 miles had been driven. No corresponding tire tracks were found in the area. In the days that followed, Subject A reported recurring nightmares involving bright, enclosed spaces and indistinct figures. Medical examinations revealed elevated stress markers and several small circular marks on his left forearm. The marks faded within 48 hours and left no scarring. Local veterinarians later reported unusual livestock behavior within a 2-mile radius of the ranch. 3 cattle were found deceased within the same week, with no visible signs of predation or disease. No radar anomalies were officially reported on the night of October 17th. Nearby, military installations denied any scheduled exercises or test flights. Satellite data for the region during the relevant time window was listed as unavailable due to a temporary archival error. Less than a month after the incident, Subject A resigned from his position and left the state of Nevada. He has declined all interview requests since 2014. His last recorded statement regarding the incident was briefed. "It wasn't hostile," he said, "but it wasn't human." The Red Sky Collective continues to monitor similar reports across the southwestern United States and other regions. This case remains open. Red Sky Collective, in the shadow of the unknown.